Good morning, everyone. Today, we'll talk about self-love and its impact to every individual. I want to begin today with a simple question. When was the last time you truly listened to yourself? Not just when you needed to make a decision, or when your mind was racing with to-do lists, but when you took the time to pause, breathe, and really listen to what your heart, your mind, and your soul were telling you. We live in a world that demands our attention from every direction. We're constantly hearing the opinions of others, the expectations from society, the pressure to be more, do more, and achieve more. But how often do we listen to the most important voice in our lives, our own? Today, I want to talk about the power of self-love, and how listening every day can transform the way you view yourself, your life, and your potential. Self-love is not a one-time event. It's not something that just happens because you got a promotion or received a compliment. No, self-love is a daily practice, and it starts with listening to yourself. Listen to your thoughts. Listen to your feelings. Listen to your needs. Every day, take a moment to pause and connect with yourself. We often fill our days with distractions, but true growth happens when we make time for self-reflection. When we listen to our inner voice, we give ourselves permission to show up authentically in the world. Self-love begins when we acknowledge our worth, not because of what we've done, but simply because we are enough as we are, in this very moment. It's easy to get caught up in the noise of life, to focus on all the things you think you should be doing. But let me remind you, you are not defined by your productivity. You are not defined by your accomplishments. You are defined by your ability to love yourself through every challenge, every imperfection, every doubt. Listening to yourself means trusting yourself. It means giving yourself the space to feel your emotions, to process your thoughts, and to respect your boundaries. It's in these moments of stillness that we reconnect with our true selves. Think about it. When you listen to someone you love, you don't judge them. You don't criticize them. You listen with compassion and understanding. So, why do we treat ourselves any differently? The truth is, we are often our own harshest critics. We beat ourselves up for mistakes. We judge ourselves for not being enough, and we forget that self-compassion is the key to healing. When you listen to yourself with kindness and understanding, you begin to nurture your soul. You begin to heal the wounds that society, other people, and even your own thoughts may have inflicted on you. But here's the most important thing. Self-love isn't a destination. It's a journey. You won't wake up one day and magically feel perfect. But every time you choose to listen to your needs, your desires, your feelings, you take a step closer to becoming the person you are meant to be. So, what does listening to yourself every day look like? It can be as simple as, first, taking 5 minutes each morning to set an intention for your day. Second, stopping throughout your day to check in with your emotions and ask, how do I feel right now? Third, practicing gratitude, acknowledging the things you love about yourself. Fourth, letting go of the negative self-talk and replacing it with affirmations that empower you. And lastly, prioritizing your mental and physical well-being without feeling guilty for doing so. You deserve to take that time for yourself, to nourish your mind and soul, to give yourself permission to just be. Self-love is not about being perfect. It's about embracing your flaws, your quirks, and your strengths with open arms. It's about treating yourself the way you would treat your best friend, with kindness, patience, and respect. As I wrap up today, I want to leave you with this. Listen to yourself every single day. The more you listen, the more you will understand how worthy you are, and the more you realize your worth, the more your life will shift in the most beautiful ways. So, start today, Start now. Listen to your heart. You deserve it. The importance of self-love for self-growth. Self-love is often misunderstood as a simple concept of feeling of self-worth or an occasional act of kindness toward oneself. However, true self-love goes much deeper. It is the foundation for personal growth, emotional well-being, and the ability to live an authentic, fulfilled life. At its core, self-love means accepting and caring for oneself in all circumstances, nurturing one's physical, mental, and emotional health, and prioritizing one's needs and desires. It is not selfish. Rather, it is a necessary practice that enables individuals to thrive, not only for themselves, but for those around them as well. Self-love is more than just feeling good about oneself. It is an ongoing commitment to treating oneself with kindness, respect, and understanding. It involves embracing who we are, flaws and all, and recognizing our inherent worth regardless of external achievements or approval. True self-love is built on self-acceptance, compassion, and forgiveness. It is about being your own ally, especially in times of struggle, and giving yourself permission to grow and evolve. Self-love does not mean indulging in destructive behaviors or placing oneself above others. Instead, it is about fostering a deep sense of respect for oneself, understanding that one deserves the same care and compassion that we often extend to others. When we practice self-love, we set boundaries, we acknowledge our needs, and we recognize that our own well-being is just as important as anyone else's. The connection between self-love and self-growth. The relationship between self-love and self-growth is profound. Self-love provides the emotional and psychological resources necessary for personal development. Without it, growth becomes more difficult, as it often involves challenging oneself, overcoming obstacles, and addressing painful truths. Here are several key reasons why self-love is essential for self-growth. 1. Building confidence and resilience. Self-love fosters self-confidence, which is a critical component of growth. When we truly love ourselves, we believe in our potential, abilities, and the possibility of success. Even in the face of challenges, we are less likely to be held back by self-doubt or fear of failure. This confidence drives us to take risks, step out of our comfort zones, and embrace new opportunities, all of which are essential for personal development. Furthermore, self-love cultivates resilience. Life is filled with hardships, setbacks, and disappointments. Without self-love, these challenges can be overwhelming, and it becomes easy to fall into a negative cycle of self-criticism. However, when we love ourselves, we are more likely to view failure as a learning opportunity rather than a reflection of our inadequacy. This mindset allows us to bounce back stronger and more determined, which is crucial for long-term growth. 2. Creating healthy boundaries. Self-love helps us establish healthy boundaries, which are vital for growth. When we love ourselves, we understand that it is okay to say no to things or people that drain our energy or violate our values. By creating these boundaries, we protect our mental and emotional well-being, ensuring that we have the space and energy to focus on what truly matters to us. This allows us to invest in the areas of our lives that support our growth, whether that's relationships, career development, or personal pursuits. Healthy boundaries also create an environment where we can take risks and pursue new challenges without feeling overwhelmed or taken advantage of. When we respect ourselves enough to say no when needed, we free up the emotional space to say yes to the opportunities that align with our personal growth. 3. Encouraging self-reflection and awareness. Self-love encourages self-reflection, which is crucial for growth. When we love ourselves, we are willing to look inward and assess our thoughts, behaviors, and actions. This level of self-awareness allows us to identify areas where we need improvement, address negative patterns, and celebrate our progress. Self-reflection is also a tool for self-compassion. Instead of criticizing ourselves for mistakes or shortcomings, we learn to approach these moments with kindness and understanding. We acknowledge that growth is a process and that setbacks are part of the journey. This mindset makes it easier to keep moving forward, as we do not see our mistakes as failures, but as opportunities for learning and development. 4. Cultivating a growth mindset. One of the most important benefits of self-love is that it fosters a growth mindset, the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through dedication and hard work. People who practice self-love are more likely to embrace challenges and view them as opportunities for learning and improvement. They are not afraid of failure because they understand that failure is a part of the journey, not the end of it. When we love ourselves, we do not let setbacks define us. We allow ourselves to grow through experience and challenge, developing resilience and perseverance along the way. With a growth mindset, we constantly seek opportunities for improvement, whether that's acquiring new skills, expanding our knowledge, or evolving as individuals.